Conservation Forensics Lab at HKU came together about 5 years ago as a result of ongoing conversations that we were all having about our observations of the number and diversity of species in trade here in Hong Kong. We're all conservation ecologists, and we work across the region on different taxa, and we've observed both in the source countries and in Hong Kong these species in trade. And we realized that we had an opportunity here to use our skill set to contribute evidence that would help to combat this illegal trade.
I think it's worth talking about why conservation forensics and management and monitoring of the wildlife trade is important. If you think about the things that endanger animals in the wild, one of the particularly threatening factors is overexploitation. Because as animals are overexploited and they become rarer, then their value in trade increases. And as their value in trade increases, that simply encourages further exploitation.
Our group studies wildlife across land and sea. We've also been working on shark fins, which we all know are critically endangered. We use a variety of tools to study these different types of organisms, ranging from DNA analysis to stable isotope fingerprinting.
One of the real novelties of our group is that we are working with multiple taxa across realms, and we're bringing a variety of tools, including molecular approaches, stable isotope, geochemical approaches, and also quantitative approaches to actually track routes of trade and then provide information that can help intervention and hopefully mitigate the impacts of wildlife trade. And we're also working across interdisciplinary lines. We're working with legal professionals, we're working with public health professionals and scholars, and trying to take a real multidisciplinary approach to make sure that we can mitigate these impacts of wildlife trade.
We were really happy to hear that we had won this University's Knowledge Exchange Award, which recognizes the impact that our work is already having on wildlife trade both in Hong Kong and throughout the region. And equally importantly, the funding that we have received from the knowledge exchange sources over the last few years has really been pivotal to make sure that we can continue to do this work and produce the evidence and data that can help in the enforcement of illegal wildlife trade.